Perched atop the pious peaks of Nallamalai Hills, Srisailam stands the Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga, one of the 12 revered Jyotirlingas dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is on the right side of the river Krishna in Kurnool district of Andhra Pradesh. This celebrated mountain is also named as Siridan, Srigiri, Sirigiri, Sri Parvata, and Srinagam. The Mallikarjuna temple based in Srisailam is a grand celebration of the Shaivism and Shaktism worship in India for centuries. The temple's ancient stones whisper tales of divine love, compassion, and the eternal bond between a family. But beyond the temple's majestic beauty lies a legend that has touched hearts for centuries. This is the story of the Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga, a symbol of reconciliation and the boundless love of Shiva and Parvati for their son, Kartikeya. Join us as we uncover the legends, explore the history, and experience the spiritual energy that makes this temple a beacon of hope for millions. The Mallikarjuna temple is one of the most ancient pilgrimage sites in India, with roots dating back several millennia. Its origins are recorded in sacred texts like the Shiva Purana, Skanda Purana, highlighting its spiritual significance through the ages. The temple also connects with the two marvelous epics emerging from Hindu literature, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Legend states that Lord Rama commissioned the Sahasralinga in the temple, while the 5 Pandava brothers commissioned 5 other pillars. The temple holds very high religious and archaeological significance to the Hindus. It is both a Jyotirlinga and Shakti Peeth, and also a Padal Petra Sthalam. The Sthalams are 275 temples that were celebrated in the verses of Saiva Nayanars in the 6th-9th century CE. The Nayanars were a group of 63 saints living in Tamil Nadu who composed hymns to honor Lord Shiva. Hindus consider Padalpetra Sthalams to be amongst the most significant Shiva temples of the continent. Several rulers contributed to the building and maintenance of the Mallikarjuna Swami temple. However, the first records appear in 1 AD in the books of the Shatavahanas empire builders. Subsequently, Ikshvakus, Pallavas, Chalukyas, Cholas, and Kakatiya's kings, who were also followers of the Mallikarjuna Swami, contributed to the temple. Chhatrapati Shivaji used to come to take a darshan of the Jyotirlinga during the Maharatri. He built a tower on the right side of the temple and also opened a free meal center. The kings of the Vijayanagar dynasty too built a temple, tower, portico, and a pond. Ahilya Devi Holkar, a great devotee of Shiva, built a strong bathing wharf consisting of 852 steps on the banks of the Patalganga. So each period of history added unique elements, from the grand gopurams, gateway towers, to the intricately carved stone pillars, creating a structure that is not just a place of worship, but also a masterpiece of art and history. The craftsmanship seen in the temple's sculptures and carvings illustrates the devotion of its patrons and the artistry of ancient India. The temple was finally conquered by the invading Mughal emperors and given as a Jagir to the Nawabs of Kurnool. After the fall of the Mughal Empire, the temple came under the control of the Nizams of Hyderabad. Finally, the administration of the temple was overtaken by the British Empire and eventually ceded to the Indian government at the time of India's independence in 1947. Worship was halted here during the Mughal era but resumed during the British rule. However, it was only after independence that this temple came back into its earlier prominence. The story of Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga, as narrated in Koti Rudra Samhita of Shiva Purana. Lord Shiva and Parvati were once discussing the marriage of their sons, Kartikeya, also known as Skanda, and Ganesha. The sons had reached marriageable age, and Shiva and Parvati both agreed that it was time for their marriage. However, they could not decide which son to marry first. Finally, they came up with a plan, setting the stage for a divine competition that would test their determination and wisdom. The rules were simple. Whichever brother could circle the world first would be declared the winner. Kartikeya, mounted on his majestic peacock, soared into the sky, ready to conquer the world. Ganesha, however, took a different approach, demonstrating the depth of his wisdom. Instead of embarking on a long journey, Ganesha circled his parents, Shiva and Parvati, considering them his entire universe. This simple yet profound gesture won him the competition, as Shiva and Parvati declared Ganesha the victor, recognizing his devotion and understanding. Ganesha was soon married to Siddhi and Riddhi, daughters of Prajapati Vishwarupa, while Kartikeya continued his quest, unaware of the events that had unfolded. When Kartikeya finally returned and learned that Ganesha had already been married, his heart sank, feeling deeply disappointed and hurt. Kartikeya chose to leave Mount Kailash, their divine abode, and retreated to Krauncha mountain to find solace in his sorrow. There, he sought seclusion, away from the world, away from his family. Parvati was very distraught at having to be away from her son, implored Lord Shiva to look for their son. Together, they went to Kumara. But Kumara went away a further 3 yojanas after learning about his parents coming after him to Krauncha mountain. That place was later called Srisailam. Lord Shiva and Parvati then assumed the luminous form of a Jyotirlinga and started residing on the mountain to be close to Kartikeya. This Jyotirlinga is named Mallikarjuna. Mallika denotes Parvati, while Arjuna stands for Lord Shiva. From that day, the name Mallikarjuna of Lord Shiva became famous in all the 3 worlds. It is said that on the night of a new moon, Amavasya, Lord Shiva, and on the night of a full moon, Purnima, Goddess Parvati come to this place to meet their son, Kartikeya. The Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga is enshrined in the Sri Bhramaramba Mallikarjuna temple, which in the present day is located in Srisailam in Andhra Pradesh. The temple is dedicated to both Shiva and Parvati and is one of the 18 Shakti Pithas of India. Known as Kailash of the South, the Mallikarjuna temple is one of the most important Shiva temples in the world. The story will not be complete without local tales or folklores of the region. The Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga, therefore, became a symbol of Shiva and Parvati's unwavering love for their son. It represented their constant presence, their silent support, and their eternal hope for reconciliation. The Mallikarjuna temple is also home to goddess Bhramaramba, a fierce and protective manifestation of Parvati. Legend has it that Parvati, in order to be closer to her son and protect him from harm, assumed the form of Bhramaramba, the mother of bees. According to legend, a demon named Arunasura terrorized the world after receiving a boon that made him nearly invincible. To defeat him, Parvati transformed herself into a swarm of bees known as Bhramara and stung him to death. Hence, she came to be worshipped as Bhramaramba, symbolizing her fierce protective nature as well as her nurturing grace. Bees are always associated with the temple, both in lore and reality. The temple is still abuzz with the sound of bees that have made home behind the granite walls of the building. And these bees have never harmed even a single devotee. The shrine to goddess Bhramaramba at the Mallikarjuna temple attracts devotees seeking protection and divine guidance. Mallikarjuna Jyotirlinga is special in that it is both a Jyotirlinga and a Shakti Pitha. There are only 3 such temples in India. Shakti Pithas are the places where the parts of goddess Sati, Shiva's first consort, fell after being carried by Lord Shiva post her sacrifice. Her upper lip is believed to have fallen in the Mallikarjuna temple. Another story. Once, a princess named Chandravati decided to go to the jungles to do penance and meditation. She chose Kadali Vana for this purpose. One day, she witnessed a miracle. A Kapila cow was standing under a bilwa tree and milk was flowing from all of its 4 udders, sinking into the ground. The cow kept doing this as a routine chore every day. Chandravati dug up that area and was dumbfounded at what she saw. There was a self-raising Swayambhu Sivalinga. It was bright and shining like the sun rays and looked like it was burning, throwing flames in all directions. Chandravati prayed to Shiva in this Jyotirlinga. She built a huge Shiva temple there. Lord Shankara was very pleased with her. Chandravati went to Kailash windborne. She received salvation and mukti. On one of the stone inscriptions of the temple, Chandravati's story can be seen carved out. The month of Kartika, occurring in October-November, holds special importance at the Mallikarjuna temple. During this sacred month, Pilgrims come from far and wide to perform rituals like Rudrabhishekam and Deepotsavam. Thousands of oil lamps are lit throughout the temple, symbolizing the triumph of light over darkness. The entire temple shines with a divine glow, creating an atmosphere of devotion and spiritual upliftment. Among the many rituals during Kartika, the lighting of the Amla Deep stands out for its unique significance and visual splendor. This special lamp, fueled by the Amla, is believed to possess immense spiritual potency. Its flickering flame symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness and unwavering faith. The practice dates back to the legend of Ambarisha, a devoted follower who observed the Kartika Vrata and lit Amla, deep in Lord Shiva's honor, gaining divine blessings. Today, lighting the Amla Deep at the temple is believed to cleanse the soul of sins, bring peace, and help devotees on their spiritual path to moksha. At Mallikarjuna, the divine presence of Shiva and Parvati is felt in every corner. The temple's spiritual aura continues to draw pilgrims who seek blessings, family unity, and spiritual growth. It is here that the story of a loving family is immortalized, forever reminding us that divine love knows no bounds, and that even the gods experience the trials and tribulations of life. We've answered some frequently asked questions about the temple in the description below. If there's a specific topic you'd like us to cover in a video, feel free to let us know. Thank you for your support, and may Lord Mahadev bless you abundantly.